Hi folks, here we are, Monday, July 27th. Another warm day shaping up. Bit of wind though, so near the water it's going to be bearable, sort of thing. Trust everybody's fine and everybody's well. As always, I'll have a couple interesting links in the description. One of the links is from Farmer Jones. It's his site, and then he has several links. So if you're visiting that link, open up his description. There's a couple of interesting letters, one to Dr. Fauci, one to Melania Trump, and some other things that are interesting. And rather than copy Farmer Jones's links and put them on, might as well share his whole site. So he has some neat comments as well. And I realize a lot of people don't have time to do this sort of thing. What we're trying to do is save you time from searching and just giving you some good information. There's also a link to what government health has done in the past. And it's worth a look. Because, so many of us just sort of follow whatever the people are telling us to do. And without questioning, without doing our own research. Because most of us have been, I suppose, educated and brainwashed into believing what we're told without thinking about it ourselves. And in the one about public health, I can relate to some of that because it was still going on when I was a kid. That one's worth a watch in particular. And that sort of... And if we think that sort of thing still isn't going to happen, well, think about this. I mean, everybody's going on and on about these great vaccines that are in third phase of testing and what have you. And when you sort of start to research the development of vaccines, many experts who are doing that say it takes 7 to 10 years maybe to develop a vaccine by the time you're through with all of the tests you have to do, trying to make sure it's safe. Well, this one that they've got for this Wuhan waltz is less than 6 months in testing or development, or did they have it already in the bank and they're just sort of horsing around giving us this line? And here's another interesting thing on that. Some states already have a law that mandatory vaccines are there. You have to take them. You don't have a choice. There's no excuse. You have to take the vaccine. And I'm not sure if that mandatory thing is going to be followed through, but it looks like it probably will be. But here's the other thing. All of the development companies, the drug companies, their laws have been passed stateside that they are not being held. There is no accountability. There's no recourse if something goes wrong. If you get sick, you die, you turn blue, you're whatever, you develop a third arm, whatever it is, there's no recourse. Take it and shut up. And so that's what... one has to be careful of. One has to be really careful of that. And of course, the mega drug companies, Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci, are all rubbing their hands. They're all excited. I mean, it's $1 billion. It's a very big payoff for these clowns. And so those who just sort of follow whatever you're told are probably going to roll your sleeve up and get a shot. And in some areas, if the law stands, people who do not want to do that will be hauled off by the police, and that's what they intend. Now that is sort of scary. So that's why I question a lot of the rules and regulations out there. We need to have law and order in a system of things. But it's intriguing. The law and order in many parts of the country is broken down on the continent, more so in the States and here. Although people allowed to protest, block traffic, deface, destroy public properties, historical statues, that sort of thing, monuments. You can destroy all that, and there's no ramifications. If you break one of these stupid little rules they have, like go walking on a beach or not sitting in a white circle, you can get a fine, $550, $750, $800 or more. And stateside, it's even crazier. I mean, they're allowed to sort of protest, carry firearms, burn buildings, trash businesses, beat up people, do whatever. And there's no charges. In the democratic states, the governors and the mayors do not want charges. If they are charged, they're just let out right away. There's no, it's like the old fishing idea, catch and release program. It's sort of stupid. They will allow that to happen. And someone defending themselves get charged, like the lawyer in St. Louis. I see a fellow took an AK-47 to a protest in Texas, and some car was driving through. They had blockaded a street, and he was weaving through traffic, through the crowd, trying to get to where he was going. And this guy pumped, several shots into the vehicle. And the guy in the vehicle returned fire with, you could hear the small handgun return fire. And the protester was killed. Died from his injuries. And the fellow driving the car is in custody and supposedly going along with the police. Probably going to be charged because some guy with figure he has the right to do whatever the hell he wants as long as it's under the idea of a protest. There's no ramifications. I suppose next time people will think twice. You go into a state like Texas and try to be an idiot. But and I'm not saying it's right, wrong. I wasn't there, and I haven't seen all of these sides to the question. But on the surface, it just looks sort of stupid. And in the democratic states, people are being called off. Police are being called off, limited to what they can do. And while these people go do their thing. And it's interesting. So anyway, take a check at the two links. The Farmer Jones one is interesting. What government health does to you is sort of interesting. And I'm sure that you will all have personal situations that you will relate to that, or you'll have family members or elderly family members that can. Take care. Bye for now, and here's to a wild day.